guys, and today we are going to be going back on my second Champions League video. So hopefully this one is going to be a better video than last time. So we'll just see how it goes. So in Group A we can see that Bayern has won its 2 games and it's doing good with 6 points. Pretty good. Goal difference is 2, which is pretty good for the first 2 games. And the last 5, they're still pretty good. It was expected, to be honest. It was expected. Because Bayern are a good team and have won the Champions League quite a bit. And Bayern are a good team, so it was expected to win the first 2 games in the Champions League. Now we can come on to second place, Galatasaray, with 4 points. To be honest, I actually wasn't expecting this. They are top of the Turkish table, but I think they are. Don't Google check it. But they have won and drew one of their games against Copenhagen. And they also beat Man United in the first game. They drew with Copenhagen, probably expected. I wouldn't expect Galatasaray to beat Man United, then draw with Copenhagen. No, but I'd say Galatasaray are doing pretty well. Next up is Copenhagen. On 1 point, lost one game. Lost one game. I think it was against Bayern, and which was probably expected, and drew with Galatasaray. To be honest, it's pretty good to draw with a team like that who's doing well in the Champions League. So I would say they're doing quite well, but I wouldn't say they're the best. They're not the best though. But my team Celtic, they're doing bad, but I'll go on to them in a minute. But with 1 point, that's actually pretty good, and the goal difference is only -1 right now. So this is quite a tough group for Copenhagen, to be honest, and they're doing quite good at it. So and the loss against Bayern was expected. Now last up we come up to Man United with 0 points and lost both games. Like what the? I don't know how they actually happened to be last in this group. They literally lost to Galatasaray. Bayern. Bayern and Man United should have drew. Man United, I know, such. So. They've won. I think they've won the most Champions Leagues. Don't check that either. But they've won quite a bit, and they've won the most Premier League cups and the most Premier League titles. And now they're last in the Champions League with Bayern, Galatasaray, and Copenhagen. Let's just hope they don't lose to Copenhagen, because that would be a big shock, and that would prove that Man United have become such a bad team. Well, that's Group A done, and now we come on to Group B with Lens, Arsenal, Sevilla, and PSV. Lens, like in the Champions League, I don't know how they got in the Champions League, but as I see in my eyes, they are literally in first place. Look at the last 5 games. They literally beat Arsenal in their first game, and then I was probably expected to draw with Sevilla, to be honest. With Lens and Sevilla, they drew. That's actually pretty good with 4 points, first place. So it proves Lens. It just proves that you can achieve your dreams after all. But then next we come on to Arsenal, which Lens sadly beat them. They were literally second in the Premier League, like last season in the Premier League. But they were so close to winning until Man City took over, which is probably expected. They only just took over anyway, but um, but literally they lost the game against Lens. What the what the um um. But at least they drew the game against PSV. It was probably expected, but I would have thought they could have done better, to be honest. They could have done better in this group, because the favourites to win the group and to be first was Arsenal. So yeah, right now we come on to the third, Sevilla. So as we can see on the last 5 games, they drew both of them, and they got 2 points, which is actually pretty good. Their goal difference is 0, and they managed to I think they conceded some goals, but I think they got their goals back in the end. But I'd say they're doing pretty well. I think they're gonna I don't think they're gonna qualify for round of 16 in this Champions League. Now we come on to PSV, which is quite a surprise for them to be last in the Champions League. They drew their game with Sevilla and lost their game against Arsenal, which was probably expected. And then expect this, but this is kind of a surprise at the same time, because I saw the PSV versus Rangers game when I was on holiday. If you don't know who Rangers are, they're Celtics. They're Celtics bloody rivals. Celtics, the team that I support, and then PSV, I think, beat them 6-0, and then they come last in the group in the Champions League. And it's also not really a very tough group. I think I think some teams just don't try their best in the Champions League, but try their best in the normal leagues. Champions League is quite important, to be honest. Um, but anyways, let's come on to Group C now. Real Madrid, Napoli, Braga, Union Berlin. This was expected for Real Madrid to be first. And I was just wondering if Bayern got 7 points. Didn't. Real Madrid was expected to win both games and get 6 points. I know no, Real Madrid have won the Champions League most times, not Man United. I was wrong. Real Madrid have won the most Champions Leagues, and they were expected to be first. I've not got really anything to say about them, but actually, to be honest, they're young players, Bellingham, that have joined. Bellingham's doing really, really good. Like, what a player! What a player! Like, what a player! Just, I can't think of anything else to say about him, but because he's really good, really good. I think Bellingham was a better replacement than Benzema, to be honest. Actually, I think they were both the same. But let's come on to the next one. Napoli. I mean, they did win the Serie A last season, um, and the last and that was the um first time they that was the first time they'd won it since 1986 when Maradona was there and won as well. But they're second in the Champions League, which yeah, it's quite good. It's good. So I would think so. But they but I think they lost their game with Real Madrid and then won their game against either Braga or Union Berlin. It would be a big surprise if they lost to Braga. But I don't know what matches there were, so I didn't check. So anyways, yeah. We're only gonna do Group C. We're only gonna do Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D in this video. We'll do Group E, Group F, Group G, and Group H in the next part of the video. But the only thing is, Braga have got the same exact amount of points as Napoli. So practically, they're both tied for second place. If you see, they are exactly matching. If you want to pause the video for a minute, you can see that their points are exactly matching, and they've also won their games, and yeah, they've also won and lost the same amount of games. I've not got much to say about Braga, but I'm quite surprised that they're actually tying with Napoli, Serie A winners. And I've not got much to say about Braga, but all I've got to say about them really is that they're a good team in the Champions League. That Braga is one of the teams in the Champions League who actually try their best and just try and just instead of just laying about like my team Celtic do, they're just like, I'm gonna have a little rest now. No, I'm gonna have a little rest later. Why not do it now? And they're just all the players are like that. So the manager has to put more people on, and they're rubbish too. So that's why Celtic have won none of the games in the Champions League right now. Let's just hope they win against Atletico Madrid tomorrow. So now Union Berlin. This was expected, and one of my Celtic players who actually went to Union Berlin called Juranovic, but Juranovic is not good at all, to be honest. Probably the reason why we sold him. And as you can see, Union Berlin have lost both of their games, -2 goal difference and 0 points. Yeah, this was expected. Let's go to Group D. Real Sociedad. A big surprise to me first. It's only the but to be honest, I think Real Sociedad. As I said, as the same as Braga, Real Sociedad actually dream to achieve their dreams, and they do by not just standing around and being lazy. They are also one of the teams that actually try in the Champions League. I mean, it's only got 2 games. They've only been having 2 games, so we'll just see. Yeah. And Inter Milan, they were expected to be first, but Real Sociedad beat them. Practically, they've got the same points. They just beat them on goal difference. But they've both won and drew a game. And And yeah, I've not got much to say about Inter either, because they're a good team. RB Salzburg, we've got them in third place, losing one of their games and winning one of their games against Benfica. And they're on 3 points, only 1 point lower than Real Sociedad and Inter. But they're quite good teams, so they were kind of expected to be third. But I'd still say they also try their best in Champions Leagues. Not like Celtic here, right in fourth place, 0 points, goal difference -3, and no wins. But Benfica, they are like Celtic. They don't try in Champions Leagues. Look, they literally won the Portuguese league the most times. They literally won it about like 35 times. I don't know why. I don't know. And then Benfica come fourth in quite an easy group with no goal, no wins, no points, -3 goal difference. Like what the? I think the video is finished for today only because I am so mad because of Benfica and Celtic down here. We'll talk more about Celtic in Group E in the next part of my video. But we'll see you later, guys, and we'll see you in part 2 of this video. Wow, 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 wow.